would prefer a girl who, if she, let's say she had fake boobs, I don't care if one was bigger than the other and there's some sort of deformity or some shit.
Aren't they always bigger?
Sometimes there's a bit of whatever.
Yes.
But
I'm going to be honest, I have nothing to lie about here.
I would prefer a girl totally flat than with fake tits. Same with a butt. If she had no butt, I would prefer it than a BBL.
Butts are buildable.
Same with lipo. I've seen the
You can
scar.
always
lipo belly.
It's the belly button.
It's not the scar. It just like I've seen it, and it just looks like dehydrated. It's hard to explain
because it doesn't match the rest of their body.
It doesn't
too.
look
they suck
good.
It from one spot.
I would prefer a girl who has a little belly over like flat lipo belly. It just to me doesn't look good. So all that shit.
painful.
Same with lips. Like
I feel like
all
it's a
that
mark of
stuff,
a man.
prefer it.
Like a man wants a real woman more than a fake version of her. Like a real man should choose a woman over this thing, and it's the same with plastics. And I think if more men preach that message, women would be less likely to go under the knife because they're doing it for you guys. They're not doing it for us.
Do you think it's driven by assumed male interest, or do you think it's driven by female competition?
Female competition.
Oh, absolutely. What are we competing for?
I think
like how many. My question is, how many women who are getting plastic surgery are like in LA, for example? So many chicks plastic surgeryed out. Yeah. How many of them are doing it because they see so many other chicks doing it, and they're like, oh, I have to be like this.
They're not doing it for themselves.
They're doing it because they have to compete for the male's attention. Men. But that's what female competition's based off. Everyone's just trying to get the best man they can get.
Right, so of course. But what I'm asking is, do you think they're getting it because they heard from men that men like it, or because they're seeing so many other chicks do it?
I don't think men know what they actually like. I feel like
other
girls
people do
No,
it.
men definitely know what they like.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
I
know what I like.
I think most men. If you ask most men, most of them would say, I would prefer a girl without plastic surgery.
That's the thing. You guys say that, and a lot of that is true. But then what is like portrayed on social media, it'll be like, oh, I fucking love Kylie Jenner. I love Kendall.
Yeah,
I love this. Like Kendall might look like she's natural. Everything about her is fake. She's had almost probably every procedure you could think of, besides a whole BBL.
I would prefer Kendall without any of the.
I believe you when you say that. I
Wait, is
truly
it Kendall
believe
or Kylie who has
Kylie,
Kendall has a lot of surgery too. You might not think
I thought it was
but
Kylie who
Kylie's had multiple BBLs, revisions, all this stuff. But Kendall, you might look at Kendall and be like, oh, she's a model. She's skinny. She hasn't had any work done. She's had an eye lift. She's had her nose done. She's had probably like fat transfers. There's nothing about any of them that's
so
natural.
Weird.
Like, especially in LA nowadays. And it's a content thing now too. It's a content creation to get surgery done. It's a way to keep up on social media.
It's such a bad thing for our culture too, because like Elon Musk, when he was on Joe Rogan, he made the point that like social media is geared for like, he called it limbic resonance, right? You open your feed and you see an attractive member of the opposite sex, and like that's what the feed like starts to deliver you. And it's like shifting our culture's preferences and like what a lot of people I feel like are looking for and what they think is attractive, and it's pushing it in a direction that's really not resonating with like the majority of people. I feel like I feel like it's like artificially inflating things that people don't actually like, because you know, dudes, for example, they're seeing like the big butts that are fake and stuff like that, and they're like clicking on it.
It's a money scheme as well. It's just like how the Heart of America will portray things to make us worse.
Look,
it's
how
money.
BBLs.
You guys aren't rocking with Lizzo's ass?
No.
Does she have a BBL? I think you're thinking of like.
I think she is definition of like a BBL.
Well, she is. How common?
She
are
always
BBLs?
talks about
in Miami.
I think
in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Miami is plastic.
Pretty bad.